Philippines is reclaiming land, and it's located in its most strategic and economic place in the country. Yes, in Manila Bay. And according to the government, there have been more than 1,000 proposed projects located within the shores of the capital. These projects span nearly 10,000 hectares starting from Navato City all the way to Cavite. Each of these projects has construction costs worth over billions of pesos. They are backed from prime corporations from within the country to foreign-led businesses and even the government themselves. These types of endeavors, however, come with dire problems. From environmental concern to the livelihood of folks and even issues leading up to corruption. But the question is, why is the word reclamation still kicking alive? In the Greater Manila area alone, there are over $20 billion projects in the pipeline. This is all happening despite several warnings from experts. Well, the answer should lie in the word profit. Manila Bay is one of the most expensive economic benefits to the country. It is also considered one of the world's greatest harbors. These are opportunities for the country to pick up on and further push its country to a stronger and more competitive market and tourism. Previous projects are also prime factors that push this mass reclamation master plan further. Take for example the Bay Reclamation project initiated in 1977. It is composed of several world-class cash-generating developments. These are famously known as the Mall of Asia, the Entertainment City, the Cultural Center of the Philippines Complex, and hundreds of hectares more of for-profit businesses. The other factor promoting the strong future growth of tourism is the so-called artificial white sand in Manila. This is when the bay was transformed into a cleaner and grander beach where it came from having tons of trash to becoming the country's next big destination. All of these and other agendas are for-profit programs. And from what it looks like, the overall economic benefit of these projects seems to be an opportunity that nobody wants to miss. Hence, we can see why the greed for opening up stores within these is so promising. These promises have not only led to profit for corporations, but also have provided more jobs for the masses. The capital of the Philippines is huge. The need for further strong businesses to provide jobs is nothing but essential. The famous Mall of Asia is a proven sample that has given tens of thousands of jobs to people. The problems, however, according to experts, are rather dire. First of is what the world is most afraid of: climate change. The impacts of climate change are painful. They pose devastating effects to both the economy and the people if left behind. One report was done by Greenpeace East Asia even reported that the capital of the Philippines, Manila, is sinking, and by 2030, more than 1.5 million people will be affected by strong floods, and as much as $39 billion in damages will be lost. The other problem is the displacement of people, especially the informal settlers. When Manila Bay was transformed, it led to a displacement of over 300,000 families. But then again, these informal settlers were one of the leading problems of pollution in Manila Bay. The last issue is rather the most dire to address. Several studies have found that the socio-environmental costs far outweigh the economic benefits. Hence, the question still should lie in, is the government ignoring the cost and just looking at the economic benefits? Or are they seeing something more than what we can see? The several corporations behind these projects have addressed these by indicating factors such as completion, globalization, improvement of mindset, and overall, a transformation to a more futuristic living space. These all mean that these are necessary for the country to stay ahead or at least at level compared to its neighboring countries. Whether that is economically, socially, or even just having a nice touristic place. The need for living spaces is also a dire need. Manila's a growing city. It is in fact even one of the largest cities in the entire world, and this is just bound to grow. Addressing housing needs and giving them a job within this place is what is also being addressed by these projects. But not all these 1,000 projects will see the light. There have already been several halts of applications in the past, and we may continue to see so in the future. The reasons for cancellations vary, but the number one reason is mostly due to corruption. Anyway, what do you think? Share with us your thoughts. Don't forget to leave a like and follow us for more. Thanks for watching.